This is Left Side of the Brain, and tonight I want to delve into some uncharted territory, some things that I never mentioned, but tonight I will. And it's about the most obvious thing in nature that we look at every day, but we take it for granted. We speak about it all the time. We reference these things all the time. We speak about these things in a metaphorical sense. And what I'm speaking about is, number one, darkness. That's right. Let me say it so you can hear me. Darkness. The dark. This is the realest hour. This is the darkest man on the planet. This is Left Side of the Brain. Go ahead, hit the likes button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share these videos. And let's get into tonight's content. We're talking about darkness tonight. We act like it's just a metaphor. Let me give you an example. Such and such was such a dark-hearted person. It felt so dark and eerie. We use the word as if it's not an actual entity. We use it as if it's not an actual entity, but in fact it is. That's right. Darkness is an entity. It lives. It exists. It's everywhere. It's inside of you. It's outside of you. So when I say God lives inside of you, I mean exactly that. But we're going to go deep into it, deep down a rabbit hole where, hey, it's dark. Inside of each and every one of you is darkness. When you close your mouth, no light enters. It's just darkness in your mouth. All down your esophagus, darkness. All in your belly, darkness. The darkness lives inside of you. The darkness is all throughout the universe, all stretching throughout the cosmos. It's everywhere. You can't avoid it. You can't evade it. When you close your eyes, it's watching you. That's why they say God sees everything you do, even in the dark. When you close your eyes, the darkness is watching you. It sees your thoughts. It's the background of everything that you are thinking. You are never lost. If you find yourself in the forest, in the middle of the midnight, fear not, because you are surrounded by darkness. Darkness is God. The jaguar is dark. Darkness. So when the next time someone say, you are a dark-hearted person, accept it. Because really, your heart is dark. The only time you see the only time you see A red heart is when someone is painting a picture. But we know hearts are really not, they really not red. Everybody's heart is dark. The heart in your chest right now is dark. Again, light creates the illusion. It creates the illusion of colors. But really, it's darkness. But we're going to get deeper into it. You see, that darkness, it has an incredible height. An incredible height. It has an incredible width, an incredible span, an incredible depth to it. It's a huge entity. I mean, you label it, you name it. It exists. It existed before you. It will exist after you. You see, whenever you think, well, to make it easier, you know, everything you see, the light included, the light comes out of the darkness. You know what light really is? Light is what darkness digests. It comes out in the form of light. You see, darkness, let me not beat around the bush. And excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. It's flu season. I'm better now, but still got a little cough lingering around. Light is the shit of darkness. Just like the oxygen you breathe is the waste of trees, the photosynthesis process, it creates oxygen that you breathe. It's really the shit that comes off the leaves. It's a gas. It's really the gas that's produced from trees. You breathe it. Darkness, light is shit. It comes out of the darkness. Everything you see is the shit from darkness. It's the dark dream. When you go to sleep at night, your dreams is really being ate by darkness. And when you wake up, that's the darkness recycling what it ate. This is what's been taking place. See, everything comes out of a dark mind. Everything that you see, you digest, and you shit it out. I hope I'm not losing you in the darkness. Get what I'm saying? You got to be deep. Take that other nonsense that you heard all day and throw that away. Open your mind with me. I'm going to repeat what I said. Everything that you ingest during the day is processed in your dark mind. Since you was a child, everything you ever heard, everything you were programmed, your ABCs, how to count 1, 2, 3, everything, your name, the language that you speak, it's all coming out of your dark mind. So really, everything is just shit that's coming out of the darkness of your mind. So when you dream, you only dreaming about all of the shit that you experienced. And when you dream, you are just serving darkness. Your dreams are just being digested in the belly of darkness. And then after you've been ate up, you wake up. It's like your dreams are the inner workings, the intestines of the darkness that you don't see. But it is a collection of everything that you did during the day. You only dream about your experiences, right? And they may come in different like forms, but really your dreams, you might have an abstract dream, but it's really something that you experienced during the day, right? But it got ate up. It was ate up. When you go to sleep, it's chewed up. Everything that you was going through is chewed up inside the stomach of darkness. And that's why the dream is abstract. I think I'm losing y'all. You're probably saying, what is he talking about? Let me explain it to you. And thank you, Spirit. It's like if you eat pizza, right? Say if you had a slice of pizza on your plate. It's whole. It's in a triangle. You see the pepperonis, you see the sausage, you see the green peppers on it, you see the onions on it, you see the pineapples or whatever. You take the slice of pizza. You know what it is because you're looking at it. We learn through word and picture association. Make that sound apple. You see word and picture association. So follow me. You got this piece of pizza in your hand. But once you bite it and chew it up and your saliva starts to breaking it down, if you spit it back out on the plate, it don't look like that same pizza anymore that you first put into your mouth, right? It looks like some abstract, nasty stuff, right? Only the real high-minded people, maybe the regulars will understand what I'm saying. I don't know about these newbies. So when you spit it out, it'll look like some nasty, disgusting stuff on a plate that'll make somebody say, "Ew, what's that?" That's what a nightmare is. It's everything that you understand during the day. But remember what I said. It's ate. When you go to sleep, it's ate up in the darkness. And it's chewed up. It goes in the intestines of the darkness. And then it's something that you can't explain. It looks like a monster or something. Just like that food that you spit out on the plate after you chewed it up. That's why you got to follow left side of the brain. See, this is that left side of the brain that you're getting right now. You got to follow me. So I know during the beginning of this video, I was probably losing you, but I know the regulars understand. You got to keep up. This is not like those for the new people. I'm just doing this commercial pause. This is not like those other YouTube channels and they just talk about social justice and they talk about things but never get to the root. This ain't one of these channels like this. So all the regulars already know that. So for those people who might just hear this for the first time, I'm just letting you know now. This is a dark channel. For crying out loud, our mascot is a jaguar. So this is a dark channel. So you can't ride with us. Don't leave no stupid comments. But let me get back to the what I was saying. So everything that you experience is just ate up inside of darkness. Meaning, just look at you now. You are in the middle of a dark universe. I mean, it swallows up everything. The whole universe that you in is really an esophagus. It's just a universal esophagus where it just swallows things. You got black holes, which is really just your throat. The black hole is nothing but a metaphor for the human throat. Your throat. It swallows things and digests things. You see, everything in this universe is a copy of itself. Get what I'm saying? So the universe, the dark universe, is, you can compare it to the anatomy of a human. It eats things. It digests things. The illusion world that you see is useless because it's already been ate up. You can't do nothing with shit except use it for fertilizer and grow the same stuff from the same shit. That's why we say we don't want to have kids, because you go through the same thing. It's reincarnation. It's shit. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Before you say I'm crazy, shout out to all the regulars, because I know y'all get it. I want to shout some names out, but if you're a regular in the comment section after you leave your comments, I know the regular people who leave the comments. This video is dedicated to y'all, really. Fuck those other people. I'm talking to the real people right now. This is the original. This video is for the original Left Side of the Brain subscribers who was there from the first channel. This is for y'all. Now, so that's why we say that everything that you go through is shit. You know how you say, like, we say these things all the time. Like, for instance, we say stuff like, man, I've had enough of your bullshit. Not realizing that you really are living in shit, because this illusion, and I'm not saying shit just for saying or just like a slang word, but no, really. Really. Like, we say things like, yeah, like, you know, like you talk a lot of shit or bullshit, you know, all the slang words, but really that's just what it is. Because like I said, the universe swallows everything and digests everything and spit it out. The illusion, the world that you see in front of you, is just food that the dark universe ate and shit it out. And that's what basically light shows you. Light is like, you can say an enzyme. And light is an enzyme in the shit. And you are like a, you know, I did that red light edition about how everything was just trash, including yourself. And you are trash until you realize this stuff. That's when you become alive. Like, and if you're not alive to this stuff, you just like everybody else. Excuse Left Side of the Brain. I got over the flu recently, and sometimes after the flu, you still have like irritation in your throat and everything. But if you just like everybody else, you just operate and do the same thing every day and don't think. It's just like a copying machine in an office, right? It operates. They turn it on. They warm it up. They feed it the ink. And then they turn it on and it does the same job every day. It just make copies and copies. Just like these people, they doing everything except thinking. The copying machine doesn't think. It operates off of a programming. So most of these people are carbon copies of each other. Because think about it. We live in a carbon-based universe. Carbon copies of each other. And all of them are like organic portals, human prison bars. Well, we say human prison bars. Like all of them, they do the same thing. They carbon copies of each other. They don't think like the copying machine. They eat just like you put ink inside of a copying machine. And they just do the same stuff. So if you wanted the Jaguars, you can consider yourself a piece of the food. You know how you might sometimes swallow something, but you didn't chew it up? That's what you are. You a piece of the living food that didn't get chewed up, that's swimming around in the cesspool and in the shit with everybody else. And you wondering every day, how did I get up in this? How did I end up in this mess? Again, people say that. They say, how I end up in this mess? Where do you think these words are coming from out of people's subconscious? Like we say, that's some bullshit, or how I end up in this mess. When people say mess, they associate that with like baby mess, or my baby messed in the pamper. You get what I'm saying? You say these things because eternally you already know these things that left side of the brain is saying. Left side of the brain, I'm floating around in the same shit house with you. But my conscience is not here. See, the body is just a vehicle. It's just a prison. That's why when you start talking about a higher plane, that's what it's referring to. See, my body is here, but I'm not here. You not here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you feel the way you do. And you see it, but it's like, what can I do about it? That's why I was thinking also about something. And excuse me if it seemed like my thoughts are everywhere. It's just, it is what it is. But you know how you have these political activists? Fuck that activist shit. I thought about this today. The only activist is activating yourself. Activate you. That's it. Activate you. And you know how somebody say running off at the mouth? This person just running off at them like diarrhea, running off. You know how you say, oh, you know, the term is diarrhea, but sometimes we say running off when your bowels are just loose. Okay, somebody running off at the mouth. We're using all of these references to shit because in all actuality, that's where we live in. We are living in the darkness. We are living in the excrement of darkness, which is the illusion world. Literally, not for saying, not for a metaphor, not for analogy, not for hyperbole. Literally, that's where we exist. This is just the universe. And look how it spins, just like a toilet. When you flush a toilet, you see how it spirals. Look at the Milky Way galaxy. Look at the arms on the Milky Way galaxy, how it has those spirals. Just like you flushing something down the toilet. Think about a woman's vagina. It's just like a flush, a toilet flush, and babies just drop through the toilet chute of a woman's vagina. Then you drop off your seed, your sperm inside of a woman, right? And your sperm is just the waste of the recycled energy that, like I said earlier, that turns into fertilizer and it becomes the same thing over and over, what we call reincarnation. It becomes the same thing over and over, repetitive. So that's what this darkness is, man. And then you have, did we talk about light? Did I mention what the light was? The light, did I say it? The light is like an enzyme, right? Okay. You got the light is an illusion. It's shit as well. And it's an enzyme because it also eats away like some of the bad things that's in the digestion. Even your body does that. You got enzymes in your digestion. Like everything in your digestion is not bad. Some of it has a good, useful purpose. Research that. And I want some of the Jaguars to put that in the comment section. That's your way of helping out in this video. Research some of the useful purposes of enzymes in your digestion. That's what some of you are. You are enzymes inside of this shit. You see? So the light, it serves those purposes. It's an illusion. It's an enzyme. Ultimately, and that's why the part of the world that you see, the visible world that's covered by light, that's why it's so small in comparison to the universe itself. Because think about it. When you eat a little cracker, imagine that's the light. You just put it in your mouth and chew it up. That's what this small universe, this small world that we live in with trees and animals, it's nothing but a little small fraction of everything that's so much more than this little world. You see what I'm saying? You know, I thought about something else. I'm gonna just drop this just for the sake of the video. You know, monkeys. I was looking at something about chimpanzees today. You know, what a chimpanzee really is? A chimpanzee is nothing but a tree spirit. A chimpanzee is a tree spirit. That's why they were created. They were birthed out of the trees. Chimpanzees, monkeys, apes, they come straight from the trees. They are the spirits of the trees. That's why they have those hands that were made to grip trees and to swing from branch to branch. They nothing but tree spirits. Ants. They spirits that come out of the earth in the form of ants crawling around. See, these animals and all of this stuff in nature, all of this stuff, it's a part of that great falling away that we speak about. And all of these things, like this video, it's not long enough to represent what all of these things represent, but all of these things represent the inner characters of ourself, which was formed into all of these different animals and things. It's our personalities that we are looking at in the form of animals. A word they give it is called anthropomorphism. So all of these animals and things you see, it's nothing but the spirits of the ground itself. So when you see an ant, that's a spirit from out of the ground. It's called an ant. And that's why you gotta be careful about animal cruelty and things like that, because those spirits will come back and haunt you. You go killing up animals and all of that. That has karma that goes with it. But I'm going to end this video. Hope I'm not getting too deep. But yeah, this is Left Side of the Brain. The dark is out. I hope y'all enjoyed this, man, because I really enjoyed this. Hit that likes button. Hit that subscribe button. You on the realest channel on YouTube right now. And I'm saying that, and can't nobody contest that, because this is the Jaguar Nation. All that other shit out there is bullshit. They talking that bullshit. They telling you to keep having children. Fuck them. This shit getting darker and darker. I'm telling y'all that. This Left Side of the Brain signing out. Peace.